Hey, everybody.
Morning.
Morning, Matrix Money Tuesday. Good morning, everybody.
The last Matrix Money Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Yes.
Yes.
It won't be morning anymore. It'll be evening.
Yep. And it's all my fault.
We're going
It works so far.
There we go. We got a lot of people in the chat yet. What's going on? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I guess we do. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Automatic Beats, welcome.
Morning.
Appreciate you being here. Mike, as always, welcome. Chris, welcome.
Morning.
100 Air. Good to
Morning.
see everybody. Good to see everybody.
My funky dudes.
Got Pat.
So what? Oh, did I miss Pat? Oh, sorry about that.
Popped it in there.
Whoops. Whoops. Want to start out with the markets? What do you say, guys? And then we'll.
Just before, I think we should just say that starting next Tuesday, we're going to be doing the podcast at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays. Rather than mornings, we're going to be moving it into the evening. It just works out for all of us.
Yep.
Sorry?
Eastern.
Just
Eastern,
so everybody knows. Yes,
yeah.
Sorry. 6 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be Tuesday evenings rather than mornings. And it'll be the three of us. It just works out a little bit better. And I think we'll also be able to recap content a little bit more because the day has already happened. So we'll see how that goes as well.
Yep.
And shall we tell them some of the upcoming things we got? Like
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I just
Go ahead. Do the honors.
Yeah, the 15th of October, Hot Crypto will be joining us at 6 p.m. We're going to let him talk about Terra hosting and his pivot on his channel because he just kind of pivoted his channel a little bit.
Yep.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. I'm a fan of Hawk's crypto channel. I like his opinions. They're very strong. And I agree with some of it as well. So it's a great channel.
Yep, I agree. And then we're going to be rescheduling Daniel Diaz. Yes. I mean, I've been going back. I don't know if you guys noticed. I was going back and forth with him a little bit yesterday. Hopefully we'll have him right after Hawk, either the following week or the week after that. So look forward to that because that was a great live stream we had. With him.
That was. I'd love to do a follow up just to see where he's at with that.
Yeah. So that's amongst the other things. I guess I'll throw it out. I am going to be reaching out. You guys, I haven't even talked to you guys about it yet. I'm going to be reaching out to Jameson Lopp from Casa, and I'm going to see if we can't get him on here. He was one of the guys I was talking with at that conference I went to a few weeks ago. So I'm going to see if I can't bring him in here as well. Talk Bitcoin security, wallet security and inheritance. That's huge.
That's nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's still pending. I got to reach out to him and try and coordinate that. So
good stuff. Good stuff. I'll pop up the markets right now so we can take a quick peek at that and
excellent.
Start this off. So the rates had changed last week, and it looks like it had affected the prices overall. There was in the US, it was 0.5 percentage point, right? 50 basis points.
Yes.
So I'm in Canada. It looks like we're going to be following suit. There's a call for a very similar cut. We did one before the United States. We did it for 0.25 basis point. Later next month, I think October, we're going to probably do the same thing. So that's obviously affecting the market right now. Bitcoin for the last 7 days is up 7.5%. And Ethereum 15%, which is quite a bit. We'll go down a little bit further here. What else we got? We got my favorite coin, Solana, up 12%.
Big news in Solana today. We're going to be talking about that.
Yeah, we got a little bit to talk about Solana. Sorry, my voice is a little bit off. I'll go down here if you want to jump in. We got Dogecoin and Cardano, almost 13%. Avalanche is coming back up. This one's pretty strong also in the last week. Up 16% in the last week.
Has there been any news with
that? I was just going to ask that. I haven't really heard anything.
I don't think there's any news related to it. I think just the market is seeing it being undervalued right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go down a little bit over here. If you want me to stop on anything, let me know. This one kind of surprised me. Sui is up 34%. I've heard a lot of positive and negative things about this chain. I bought their gaming console. I don't know why I bought their gaming console. It's just a crypto device, crypto hardware device. And I pre-ordered it. We'll see what happens with it. I'm not 100% sold on this chain yet, but we'll see what they deliver on.
See how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
make
a
sure you
little bit
stop
of
at Caspa. Don't forget them. Is
yeah,
that
no, a little bit of a
Yeah.
shocker for me on this one because Caspa's been pretty strong most of the time. It's not like it tanked, but it is down 6.5%. So it's hovering around 16 cents, which is still good considering what the market is doing. It's kind of like leveled out over that period of time. And then we have Aptos, 36.4%, a little bit up today. And I can go down a little bit further here. Let me know if you want me to stop anywhere.
I mean, stacks went up.
Stacks.
Kind of.
Yep. Stocks almost 30% in the last
Yeah.
week. That's pretty strong.
yeah, it
A
is.
lot of huge bounce backs, right? Since that rate cut was announced overall.
Yep.
And
So
then
I
Render.
guess.
Render's another one. I know you had that on the
Oh yeah, that's
Crypto
right.
on the Rocks. You were talking
Yep.
about this one.
Did you guys catch Crypto on the Rocks last
I
week?
did. You sat. That was a great one. That podcast. A lot
we
of people jumped on. It was really
yeah,
good.
we had what was it Crypto Billy there, and he sent out one tweet, and it was just like boom, the thing blew up, and that was awesome. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that was definitely good. This is another one I've been watching. Arbitrum. This one's up almost 20% on the week. It's now 60 cents. I still think this is undervalued. I think anything below 80 cents, not financial advice. I think anything under 80 cents is still a very good value. Thank you for dropping that in there.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I still think that's still good value for Arbitrum. And we'll go down a little bit further here. Nothing else is catching my eye, guys.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll leave it at that. I'll pull that off the screen for you.
And then let's see. I think we got a few people in here. I thought I saw. Yeah, right here. This TD, welcome by the way. And yeah, he liked the Diaz live. Well, he's coming back. We had just got to iron out the date.
Yeah.
Mike is asking, what time is it for you guys right now? It's just after 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I think Mike's in Europe, so his time zone's a little bit different. So the 6 p.m. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's 4 hours ahead of us or something like that. I feel like
it might not work out, and that's the other thing, right? Like if this doesn't work out, then we'll just go back to what we did before.
Yeah, this is just testing grounds. We'll see how this works out.
Right.
Yeah.
And Sadie's in the house. Welcome, Sadie.
Morning, Sadie.
All right. Well, let me get my stuff set up, and we'll start going here. So Solana, I love Solana. I'm sorry, I just got nothing at this point. But there's a lot of Solana news, so let's get to it. I think this is kind of big news. Citibank, fourth largest bank, I think, in the U.S. Oh, right here, it says it right there. Yep, fourth largest bank in the U.S. Exploring Solana's potential, looking to utilize blockchain tech for money transfers and smart contracts. That's huge.
That is huge. A lot of major announcements have come out since Token 2049 launched or started last week, and there's a bunch of Solana conferences that are going on, I think, as we speak right now. So I'm expecting to hear a lot more announcements related to the chain. Yeah.
Oh, well, I got another one for you. Let's bring that one up, I guess. And there were a lot. I picked what I thought were two of the bigger announcements.
Mm-hmm.
And right here, Franklin Templeton, major asset manager here. I guess globally. I was going to say here in the U.S., but I think it's globally. They're looking to put mutual funds on the Solana blockchain.
Wow, check that out, eh?
Wow.
I think the only thing missing right now is an ETF for Solana, but maybe that'll happen soon.
Yeah, well, I don't know. And I only say not because it's Solana, but any other ETFs at this point. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a little bit scary in that department with the SEC coming back out, flexing its muscles. All right, that's all I got for Solana. So you guys want anything else with Solana? You got to throw it in there. Let's see.
No, nothing crazy. The Solana did. I don't have the link, but Solana did start announcing features of that new mobile phone that they earlier in the year. They started giving out the specs and letting you know a little bit more about the utility of the phone itself. Maybe I'll talk about that next podcast. I'll do a little bit of a deeper dive. Just not feeling too great today. But there was a lot of features that they're finally releasing, and it looks like, I believe they said March of next year is when shipments are going to start. So there's an actual shipping time,
shipping date.
Yeah, which is nice to hear. So the money just didn't get burnt, which is great.
That is
Nice.
good news. Well, let's transition to Bitcoin a little bit.
Sure.
You always hear how Bitcoin is so bad for the environment, et cetera, et cetera. Well, independent peer-reviewed paper here basically showing how Bitcoin mining can help. In particular, they're talking about biorefineries here, but basically for this whole green initiative thing. So, link is all I'm talking about, by the way, in the description, and this will take you to the link that's here. Will take you to an article, and then all the links to the full everything is there, just so
Awesome.
everybody knows.
Positive stuff for Bitcoin.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, we're hearing more and more about this kind of stuff now than we are these hit pieces, basically how bad it is for the environment, yada yada yada.
Yeah, they're starting to fall in line a bit, which is nice to see.
It is good. It is good. I got one more Bitcoin thing, and this comes with an actual video. I thought if you guys didn't mind, we could play it. It's about 2.5 minutes long.
Sure.
It's basically a news broadcast. Small country in the Himalayas. Any idea? Have you ever even heard of it before?
No.
Yeah. Me either. Prior to this, no idea. But I guess they're like total GDP. They're so small that total GDP is like 3 billion or something like that. It's like they're teeny. They're just a teeny country. But they basically been using hydro power to mine Bitcoin, and they are now the 4th largest Bitcoin holder as a country.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah. US, I think it's US, China, UK, and then them. Now
Wow.
they literally blew by like El Salvador, who's literally using it as tender.
Yeah. And they've been buying in huge. So this is interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a 2-minute video.
Yeah. Care if I run it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Run it.
All right.
And now moving to Asia, Bhutan, the Himalayan kingdom known for prioritizing happiness over wealth, has quietly emerged as a major player in the cryptocurrency world. With $780 million worth of Bitcoin, which is nearly a third of its GDP, Bhutan has become the 4th largest government holder of Bitcoin. Now, what's fueling the country's ambitions to become a leader in green crypto mining? Here's our report with answers.
Nestled in the Himalayas, Bhutan, a tiny Buddhist kingdom with fewer than 900,000 people, has emerged as an unexpected yet powerful player in the world of cryptocurrency. Known for its serene landscapes, happiness-centric philosophy, and commitment to sustainability, Bhutan has quietly amassed a significant treasure. Over 13,000 Bitcoin, worth approximately $780 million. For a country with a GDP of just under $3 billion, this is a staggering sum, making Bhutan the 4th largest government holder of Bitcoin globally. The Himalayan kingdom is only behind the United States, China, and the United Kingdom as it overtook El Salvador, Ukraine, and Germany.
Crazy, right?
That is insane.
Unlike the United States and China, which gained their cryptocurrency through seizures and legal battles, Bhutan took a more proactive approach by investing directly in Bitcoin mining. And the nation's journey into the digital asset world has been led by its state-owned investment arm, Druk Holdings. Now, even though Bitcoin, the world's first decentralized digital currency, was created in 2009, it has since evolved from a fringe internet experiment into a globally recognized financial asset. And what makes Bitcoin unique is its limited supply and its decentralized nature, operating outside the control of any central bank. While on the other hand, mining Bitcoin involves solving complex mathematical problems to validate transactions on the blockchain. A process that consumes significant energy but offers lucrative rewards in Bitcoin currency. Bhutan's decision to mine Bitcoin rather than purchase it directly aligns with its broader strategy to diversify revenue streams. The country's Bitcoin mining activities have been fueled by its abundant hydropower resources, making Bhutan one of the most eco-friendly crypto miners in the world.
Yeah,
That's
going to help. That's definitely going to help.
Yep. So,
So they
I
have an
wanted to
abundance
make
of
sure we
power.
got to the end of that. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, they have an abundance of power, less than 1 million people. That's like
Yeah.
really good diversification for a country that small.
right, like literally out of nowhere. You know?
I didn't know.
Literally out of
Fourth
nowhere.
largest in the world. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. Just crazy. What's to say? Are any just jumping back into
Oh, in buying Sol. Are you guys buying Sol? No. I'm tapped out
No.
right now, so I've reached my maximum.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm thinking about it because when we were talking about SOAR stuff and what's going on, not SOAR, but soul stuff. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about work. But when we were talking about soul stuff, there's something called SOAR Chain.
Yes.
I don't know if you've heard of it. I know it's a deep end project, so I know Jar definitely heard of it. But have you thought about buying their device? I know it's very similar to like the Demo device, and I think Mapmetrics sort of it's kind of like that as well. But what are your thoughts? Because it's on the Soul chain.
Yeah. So I believe the device also uses the ODB port, which is
Yep.
being utilized right now by my demo device. So unless I can find a splitter or some way to use two at once, I'm not planning on doing it. The other thing I heard about Sword Chain, and I'm not sure if this part is true, but I believe you have to have your the app opened when running it. I don't know if that's maybe I might be getting it mixed up, but if you have to have the app open while you're driving at all times in order to earn, that's a huge con for me.
Yeah.
For me, it should be just running in the background, right? So,
Right.
but maybe I might be mixing that one up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do some more research on it because through Nadex, I think last week before they had an issue with their app, and I don't know if others noticed, but a lot of people weren't able to actually access their Nadex app, so they weren't able to actually reap the benefits of using some of their token. I think it's like the gems that you can use to get discounts on items.
Yeah.
And that's where I found the whole Sword Chain Deep End project was through Nadex. But yeah, I'm trying to do some more research on it. I might get it. I might do a video on it. Maybe we'll see. But it seems interesting. And also, you can. I'll send you a link for a splitter that works. So
yeah,
you can use a splitter, and they're not very expensive, and you can run multiple devices.
Yeah, I heard there was splitters out there. I just haven't looked further enough, and it looks like Pascal's confirming that the app needs to be opened. So for me, that's a huge con, right? Because in order for like I'm running around with kids all the time, I don't have time to open up my app and see if it's connected and all this other stuff.
Right.
I definitely think that Demo did it right. It's running in the background. If you have the software in your vehicle that can connect to their network, you don't even have to plug in anything. It just works. You just sign in and authenticate it. So and these projects also evolve over time. So this is something that maybe is right now, and that's something that they might choose to change later down the road, right?
Sure.
Hopefully, because I do agree with you.
You guys familiar with this project on Sui?
Yeah. Chirp. I tried to get a hold of the team. I am looking into this project. It's I believe they're sharing Wi-Fi. Not 100% too sure. Or I think they're a competitor for Helium and their mobile token. So somewhere along the lines of that. But I am looking into that one. That one seems like an interesting project.
Nice.
FF, I know you might have to jump off earlier. Do you have anything to note?
No. Just thank you guys for continuing this. I know sometimes I'm not here because of work, but I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody hopping in the chat as well and watching us 100%. As we ramble about crypto. But I'm probably gonna have to get back to work.
Yeah, work gets in the play. Yeah, I wish we could do this completely full time, but work definitely gets in the way of things sometimes.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Awesome. I have one thing I wanted to talk about. See you later. The project I want to talk about, which is one that I was trying to caution people before about. It's called WireX. I thought this is a node project that came out. This is probably now going back 4 or 5 months, and I thought this possibly could be a scam because they were mentioning that they had a partnership with Visa and they also mentioned a partnership with MasterCard. And apparently their partnership is real. The head of crypto that deals with Visa went on a podcast, spoke about WireX. This is a real partnership that's taking place. They're just terrible at launching a node project. So their information was scattered. You couldn't join the Discord. Whoever was managing the project did a very poor job. Poor enough that I thought this was a scam. Even though I did initially buy one node, I had removed my videos on this one just because I didn't want to have any sort of influence in people jumping into it. But it is real. If you did buy a node, then you're on the positive side of things, because this will have a token generation event happening either later this month or early next month, and a lot more details will come out related to that project.
Any idea when they're going to launch the card?
Yeah, they already have a debit card that's out there. Okay. They've actually had a partnership with, I think it's with Visa for years now. I didn't know this. So they started off with a prepaid Visa card where you could load it with crypto and then convert it to a stable coin and make purchases with that. And you could also do the reverse. This is actually their third generation of their card. Again, I didn't know that either. When the node project had launched, everything happens very quickly. I wasn't able to do enough research into it, but I've been keeping an eye on it because I was just trying to figure out where it's going. But it does seem like a lot of positive things are coming out, and there's been a lot of reinforcements of the commitments that they've said they've made and the partnerships that they've said they've made. So those have been solidified. So I definitely think it is a real project, and it has some big things coming up.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out. I don't have anything else.
That's okay. What are you working on for yourself and your channel?
Yeah, so right now I have some devices that were compatible with Planet Watch. I know there's a lot of people that jumped onto this project called Planet Watch maybe about a year or so ago, and a lot of the Planet Watch went down, and the token's not worth anything right now. A lot of disgruntled people on that project. There was a new project that came over that purchased them and bought them outright. They're called Ambient, and they're starting to convert those people who had devices and had licenses over to their network. And I'm looking for multiple ways to mine the current devices that they have. So I have one called, it's not coming to my head, Ambient? No, Element, the Aware Element device. And there's a few other devices that were on Planet Watch. And I'm finding multiple ways to mine different cryptos with the hardware that you might already have. So I'm going to be putting out some content on that.
Nice. I don't know if you saw that in the chat. He is asking you a question about the DPIN device management tool.
Oh, yeah. So the management tool, I'm editing the video right now. So that video hopefully will be out on Friday. So the software that I'm using to manage my DPIN devices is called Uptime Kuma. It's a free open source software that you can download off of GitHub. And if you just configure it for DPIN, which is I'm going to be pinging the IP address of those devices every 60 seconds, it'll put it on a ticker on your screen, and then you can monitor the uptime of those devices. So I have a lot of DPIN devices, and I'm not checking them all the time. So I could be losing out on earnings, and it could be offline for weeks, sometimes months before I look at it again.
You go and
I have
look,
dozens of them, right? Wow. So this is like a little dashboard that you can put up on your screen. Give me a second. I might actually be able to pull it up for you.
And damn it, Dave in the house, and he's saying I'm using Aware. I don't know. I'm probably.
Aware, yeah, that's another one on Planet Watch.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second here, and I'll get the dashboard so you can see what I'm talking about.
Back to the original question here. So when you bring it up.
Okay. Yeah. So here is what the dashboard looks like. So I have a few of my devices on here. You can see my WingBits is offline. And this is how I know it's offline, because I'm not looking at WingBits all the time. But it monitors it. And as soon as there is any offline time, it'll either be orange or red to let you know that there's either intermittency or it's completely offline. And if it's completely offline, it'll eventually look like this. And this ticks. This is right now set for every hour, I believe, or 45 minutes. And it's continuously monitoring it and pinging it every minute. So it's a great.
Can you set the interval?
You can set the interval to whatever you want it to be. I put it at a minute because that was a default, and that just seems to be fairly reasonable. So I can take a look at it from a long-term event. If you have devices that need to be online for at least 20 hours, like a lot of nodes, you can configure this for nodes as well, which I had originally done before. It just seems like it makes more sense for deep-in devices.
Okay, cool.
So,
I don't know if you saw Mike's question. He's asking thoughts on Versus.
yes.
Oh, Verus versus Verus.
Verus coin, yeah. So
Yeah,
Verus
Verus
coin
coin
had a huge pump.
Yeah, that's what he just said right here. Pumped recently.
Yeah, not even like a little bit. It was gigantic. So it's at 340. But let's just take a look at this chart. And
well, yeah, look at that. Holy moly.
Yeah. I have no idea why it took off the way it did. But that's a huge pump over the last couple of days. And utilities there, the market cap is now over 250 million, which is gigantic for this. It's a great project, community driven. I've talked to a lot of people on the team over the last little bit. I have a guide on how to mine it. It looks like it's ASIC resistant project, and you can run it on a little Pi device if you want to. And it seems to be somewhat profitable. Definitely profitable now. It wasn't so profitable before. A lot of people are mining this on phones. So
I was just about to say Paperclip mines it on a whole phone farm he has.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Mike, he usually joins in Crypto on the Rocks on Friday night. I'll ask him about this while we're live. I know it's probably late for you, so you might not be able to watch live, but you could possibly go back and check it out. He is all over this whole Verus coin thing.
Yeah. Shout out to Paperclip. He has a ton of tutorials on how to mine Verus coin. Really healthy project. The team is great. Again, it's going to come down to the utility of the project because right now it's a coin. But if they're going to layer on other utilities to the coin, I think it'll create more value.
Yep. I mean, you might even want to go check his channel. He might have already done a video on it, and I just didn't see it, to be completely honest. Link to his channels in the oh wait, it's not in this description. It's in descriptions on my channel. Sorry about that. This is Matrix Money Podcast. Forgot where I was. Forgot where I was. Oh damn. Well, for me, I got my normal stuff coming out tomorrow. I'll be live. Did you hear that China is now basically turned on the money printer?
Yeah. So is that true?
I've gotten several news announcements about it, so I'm guessing yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah,
I'm guessing yes. So if I'm going to try and do a little more research on that today, and if that's the case, that's probably what I'll end up talking about tomorrow on my live stream during the day. I'm still looking to do one on another one on Thursday live, Friday night as usual. Crypto on the Rocks, 7 p.m. and followed by after hours after that. And again, if you missed last week's Crypto on the Rocks, man, you got to go back and check that out. It was just on fire. Normally I wrap up around like 9 o'clock and then head over to after hours, but it was just going and going. I wrapped up almost close to 10 and then headed over. So it was great. It was a good
that was definitely a good one. I caught a bit of that one. That was fun.
Yeah.
With everybody turning on their printers, I'm wondering how this is going to affect crypto, because it could affect it positively and negatively at the same time. So it's interesting to see. Again, I'm here in Canada, and we're going to do a rate cut possibly next month. Middle of October is when we're going to do our next one.
Yep.
And I believe we're going to do another one in December as well. And if they're going to follow the pattern, like I was listening to the CBC, and they're talking about dropping it before the year is over, a full percentage point. So 50 basis points. That's not a lot. That's a lot. Considering we haven't done anything in years, that's quite a bit to drop it. So it's speaking about the current market state that we're in right now. Unemployment here is pretty bad. Prices are incredibly high. So inflation's another factor. It's a little bit puzzling because you can't keep printing money forever, right? So, and this is where I think crypto is going to be that one asset that'll be tested and true. I don't know if Bitcoin's going to be the one, but it's just a safe haven right now. And I see a lot of people just starting to diversify and hedge their bets when it comes to what they're going to be investing in long term.
Unless you talk to Daniel, and then
unless you talk to Daniel, yes, and we'll be doing a follow-up with Daniel. Daniel's not wrong when he's talking about gold.
Oh, hell no.
And its value over a long period of time. But the possible crash in the market, like this house of cards that we've been sitting on for a while, can still be held up a little bit longer. So I do agree that he says it's going to crash. I think that's possible. The timeline is a little bit off. So in my opinion, yeah.
And let's be honest, crypto will go down with everything else.
Oh,
but the question is, how quick will it recover? That's the question.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And thank you, Automatic Beats. Appreciate that as always.
Nice new logo he's got there. Yeah.
Appreciate it. I don't know. That's basically what I got, my friend. You got anything else you want to throw out to everybody?
Yeah. Pardon me?
You got
No, I don't have anything else. I say we wrap it up. And thank you everybody for joining the stream today. Again, we're going to start our podcast next week at 6 p.m. So the 10 a.m. slot is going to switch to 6 p.m. We're going to try that a little bit. I think that works a little bit better for possibly a lot of our audience members as well as us as a team. We're going to see how that goes. So thank you for joining the Make Sure It's Money podcast. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah, take care, everybody.